Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 8. In this video we are going to study chapter number 11, which is mensuration of NCERT textbook, and here we will be looking at the exercise 11.3. We have covered the first 4 questions of exercise 11.3 in the previous session. Here we will be looking at the remaining question of exercise 11.3. This one is the session number 5 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Gautam, PGT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with our today's class. The chapter number 11, mensuration, is divided into total 7 subtopics, out of which we have already covered the first 4 subtopics in the previous session. Here we are studying the subtopic number 5, which is surface areas of cube, cuboid and the cylinder. So let's start. So topic is surface area of cube, cuboid and the cylinder. We have already discussed the formulas of surface area of cube, cuboid and cylinder in the previous class. Just quickly recall them. We have the total surface area of cuboid is given by the formula twice of LB plus BH plus HL, that is twice of length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length. Okay, and if we wish to calculate the area of the four wall, that means the lateral surface area of the cuboid, that means we are not including the top and the bottom face. So this part will be eliminated, so we left with the twice of H into L plus B. Okay, next we have, if the cuboid is open from the either top or the bottom, okay, then we'll find the total surface area of the cuboid, and that will minus subtract the area of the face which is not included here. Okay, either top or the bottom. Next we have the total surface area of cube. As we know, the cube has the 6 faces and the measurement of each face is equal, that is each one is in the shape of square. So the total surface area of cube is given by the 6 times the s square. S square is the area of one face. Okay, next we have area of 4 walls in case of cube. That means we are not including the top and the bottom face, so we'll remain with only the 4th side. So area of this 4 wall will be given by the 4 times side square. Okay, and also in case of cube, when it is open from the either top or the bottom, then that means we are not including at the top or the bottom, so we left with only the 5 faces, so the area will be 5 times side square. Okay, next one is the curved surface area, that is of a cylinder, is given by the formula 2 pi r h, and the total surface area of cylinder is given by 2 pi r into h plus r. Okay, so these are the formula which will be used in the exercise 11.3. So let's now move to the exercise 11.3. Since we've already covered the first 4 questions of exercise 11.3 in the previous session, so we're going to start with the question number 5 now. So the question number 5 is, Daniel is painting the walls and the ceiling of a cuboidal hall with length, breadth and height given as 15 meter, 10 meter and 7 meter respectively. From each can of paint, he can paint 100 meter square of the area. Okay, so we have to calculate how many cans of paint will she need to paint the room. Okay, so Daniel is painting the walls and the ceiling of a hall whose measurements are given, and she is using a can of paint. Out of one can, she can paint 100 meter square of the area. So we have to calculate how many cans of paint are required. Okay, so first we are going to calculate the surface area of the hall, that is the 4 wall and the ceiling. Okay, then we will divide that area by the 100 meter square, so to find the number of cans of paint required to paint the hole. Okay, so let's start with answer number 5. What we have here is, we are given certain the measurement of the hole, that is we have, what we have here is that length of hole is given as 15 meter, breadth of hole is equals to 10 meter, and height of hole is also given as 7 meter. Okay, so now we have to calculate the area of 4 wall and the ceiling. Let's write now area of 4 walls and the ceiling of the floor and ceiling of hole, not floor, is given by the formula 2h L plus B. This is the area of 4 wall, 2h L plus B. Then we are going to add the area of the ceiling, which is length into breadth, LB. Okay, now let's put the values inside the formula to find the surface surface area which is to be painted. Okay, so we have 2. H here is given, which is height of the hole is 7. Then we are given L plus B. L here is 15, B is 10. Then plus L plus B again. L is 15 and B is 10. Okay, so outside we'll write the common unit, which is meter square. Now let's solve this. We have this 2 into 7 will give us 14, into 15 plus 10 will be 25, plus we have this 15 into 10 will give us 150. Okay, and outside write this common unit, which is meter square. Now this 14 into 50 will be 0.35. okay, plus 150 meter square, that will be 500 meter square. That is the area of the 4 walls and the ceiling which is to be painted by the paint. Okay, so we are given that we have, what we have is that 100 meter area can be painted from each can of paint. Okay, it is given in the question that 100 meters per area can be painted from each can of paint. That is, therefore number of cans required will be, number of cans of paint required will be, the area which is to be painted is 500 meters square, and by one can we can paint 100 meters square area. This will give us the number as 5. So we need 5 number of cans to paint the 4 walls and the ceiling of the hole. So we'll write, hence we require 5. Instead of we will write G, require 5 cans of paint to paint the hole. Okay, so that's the answer of the question number 5 of exercise 11.3. Now moving to the next question, we have question number 6. It says, describe how the two figures at the right are alike and how they are different. Which box has larger lateral surface area? First we have to identify how they are like and how they are different. Okay, how they are like and how they are different. Then we will have to calculate which has the more or the larger lateral surface area. So like they are in the sense that the height of the both figure is same. Okay, and but they are different because first one is a cylinder, second one is a cube. Okay, so let's try this answer number 6. What we have is that these figures are like because the height of the both figure is same. Okay, these figures are like because height of each figure is same, that is 7 centimeter. Okay, how they are different? Because the first one is in the shape of a cylinder and second one is in the shape of a cube. Okay, right, they are different because first figure is a cylinder and second one is a cube. Okay, so they are like because the height of the both figures are same, and they are different because the first one is a cylinder, second one is a cube. Now we have to see which figure has the lateral surface area. Okay, lateral means we'll only calculate the curved surface area in the case of cylinder and the area of 4 wall in case of a cube. Okay, so let's write now the lateral surface area of cylinder is given by 2 pi rs, that is the curved surface area. Okay, lateral surface area is also known as the curved surface area. So we'll put the values. We have 2, at the place of pi we'll use 22 by 7. Then we have r for this box will be, since its diameter is 7, so r will be 7 by 2. Then we have its height, which is again 7. So after solving this, these 2 will be cancelled out, this 7 will cancel by the 7 here. So what will left is 22 into 7, that will give us 154 centimeter square. Okay, similarly we will calculate the area of the 4 walls of the cube. Okay, right, and the lateral surface area of cube, again lateral surface area means the area of 4 wall, that is the, and the lateral surface area of cube is given by 4 side square, that is 4 into the side of, all the side of this cube is 7, so we'll write 7 square, unit will be centimeter square. Okay, so we have 4 into 7 square is 49 centimeter square. When you multiply the two, we'll get the result as 196 centimeter square. Now you can see the area of this cube is larger than the area of the cylinder. That's what we were asked, which box has larger lateral surface area. Okay, so we can write, hence cube box has larger lateral surface area. Okay, so by calculating the lateral surface area of the two, we could find out that the cube has a larger lateral surface area as compared to the cylinder. Okay, now moving ahead to the next question. Question number 7 is, a closed cylindrical tank of radius 7 meter and height 3 meter is made from a sheet of metal. How much sheet of metal is required? So what we have here is a closed cylindrical tank. Closed cylindrical tank, whenever it says closed, that means it is talking about the total surface area. Okay, whenever it says closed cylinder, means he is talking about the total surface area. So it's a closed cylinder tank of radius 7 meter and height 3 meter is to be made from the sheet of metal. How much sheet of metal is required? So simply what we have to do is we have to find the total surface area of this cylindrical tank. Okay, let's start the answer number 7. We have here the radius of cylindrical tank. The radius of cylindrical tank is equals to 7 meter and the height of cylindrical tank is equals to 3 meter. Okay, since it is saying cylinder is closed, that means we need to find its total surface area. Okay, now the total surface area of cylinder is given by, we know the formula to calculate total surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r, then r plus h. Let's put the values. We have 2 here, pi is 22 by 7, r is given which is 7, then we have inside the bracket r which is 7 plus height which is 3, unit will be meter square. Okay, so this 7 and the 7 will be cancelled out, so what we get it, 2 into 22 is 44, and then we have 7 plus 3 is 10 meter square. So the result is 440 meter square. So that is the total surface area of this cylindrical tank. So this is the amount of metal sheet required for making the tank. So that therefore 440 meter square sheet of metal is required. Okay, so simply you have to notice that here and understand here that whenever it's a closed cylinder, that means he is talking about the total surface area. Simply by calculating total surface area, we find out the amount or the area of the metal sheet required for making it. Okay, now moving to the next question. Question number 8 is the lateral surface area of a hollow cylinder is 4224 centimeter square. So we are given lateral surface area. By lateral surface area we mean the curved surface area of cylinder. Okay, it is cut along its height and form a rectangular sheet of width 33 centimeter. So we have the cylinder, and we know whenever we cut a cylinder, its lateral surface will change to a rectangular shape. Okay, whose width is given as 33 centimeter. We have to find the perimeter. Okay, so first we have to calculate the length of this rectangular sheet, then with the help of that we can find its perimeter. Okay, so let's start the answer number 8. So what we are given here is that we have the curved lateral surface area, you can say curved surface area. The lateral surface area of hollow cylinder is equals to 4224 centimeter square. Okay, so this is given to us, and we are also given the width of the rectangular sheet, and width of rectangular sheet is equals to 33 centimeter. Okay, so what we have here is, if you have a cylinder like this, okay, if you cut it down, its lateral surface will change to a rectangular in shape. Okay, so that's what we have to do is the lateral surface of this cylinder is cut down and changed to a rectangular shape. Okay, whose width is given, we need to first find its length, then by using that length we can find its perimeter. Okay, so we have now the curved surface area of cylinder, or you can say lateral surface area, will be equals to the area of the rectangular sheet. Okay, so we'll write area of rectangular sheet will be equals to curved surface area, or you can say lateral surface area of cylinder. Okay, area of the rectangular sheet is given by the length into breadth, or you can say width. So we have here length into width, and this is curved surface area or the lateral surface area is given to us, which is 4224 centimeter square. Okay, width is also given, which is 33 centimeter. Okay, so we need length from here, as width is given as 33 centimeter, equals to 4224 centimeter square. So the length from here will be 4224 centimeter square divided by 33 centimeter. Now we have to divide the two. Okay, as you can see, both are they divisible by 11. So after dividing them by 11 and then by 3, we'll get the result as 128 centimeter. Okay, so the length of this rectangular sheet will be 128 centimeter. So now we got the width and the length of the rectangular sheet. Now we can calculate this perimeter. Okay, so right, therefore the perimeter of rectangular sheet, we know the perimeter rectangle is given by 2 into L plus B. This is length plus breadth, that is 2. Length we have calculated as 128, and width is given as 33. Unit will be centimeter. Okay, so this we have 2 here. When you add the 2, you will get 8 plus 3 is 11, so we get 1 here, and 6 and 1. Okay, 161 centimeter, not centimeter square. And after multiplying the 2, we'll get the result as 322 centimeter. That is the perimeter of the metal sheet required. Okay, so write hence the perimeter of rectangular sheet is 322 centimeter. That's the answer. Okay, now moving to the next question, question number 9, which is a very interesting question. It says a road roller takes 750 complete revolutions to move once over to level a road. So you all of you must have seen a road roller, which is whose figure is given here. Okay, so it is a machine generally which have a cylindrical tank in front, which is here. Okay, there's a cylindrical tank which is used to level the road. Okay, so this machine is called road roller. So it takes 750 complete revolution to move once over to level the road. So it takes 750 revolution to cover the whole road. We have to find the area of the road if the diameter of the roller is 84 centimeter and length is 1 meter. So we are given the measurement of the cylindrical tank. Okay, its length is 1 meter and the diameter is 84 centimeter. Okay, so by using that we can find the curved surface area of this cylindrical roller. Then we will multiply that curved surface area of this roller by number of revolution it takes to cover the road, that is 750. We'll get the area of the road. Okay, so let's start its answer number 9. First we'll write the given things. So we have the diameter of roller is equals to 84 centimeter. Okay, thus, or you can say so, the radius will be equals to 82 divided by 4 will get 42 centimeter. So if diameter is 84, so the radius will be 42 centimeter. As you can see, the length of this cylinder, or you can say height of the cylinder, is given as 1 meter, and while this radius is given in the centimeter, so we have to change the units to same, either both to centimeter or both to meter. So we're going to change this centimeter to meter. So in order to convert this centimeter into meter, we need to divide this by 100. So we'll get its radius as 0.42 meter. Okay, and the height, or you can say length, and length, or you can say height of roller is equals to 1 meter. So these are the information. We are given the radius and the height of the roller. By using these two measurements, we can calculate is the curved surface area, okay, or the lateral surface area. So let's find out this. Now the curved surface area of roller is given by the formula 2 pi RH. That is 2 pi is 22 by 7, R is 0.42 and H is 1. Okay, now in order to solve this, what we are going to do is we'll remove this decimal and we'll get 100 in the denominator. Now in order to solve this, when we divide this 42 by 7, we'll get 1 here and 6 here. Okay, now this 2 into 6 is 12, 12 into 22 will give us 264. Divide by 100 meter square. Okay, so this will be 264 divided by 100 meters square, that is the area covered by the roller in one revolution. Okay, and this roller takes total 750 complete revolution to move once over the road. Okay, so they'll calculate the area covered by the roller in the 750 revolution. Okay, so right now the area covered by roller in 750 revolutions is equals to 750 into 264 by 100 meters square. Now when we solve this, you will get the answer as 1980 meter square. Okay, so that is the area covered by the roller in complete 750 revolution. Hence this will be the area of the road. Okay, so write hence the area road is 1980 meters square. Okay, so that's the answer of the question number 9. Now let's move to the question number 10, which is the last question of this exercise. Says a company packages its milk powder in a cylindrical container whose base diameter is 14 centimeter. Okay, so the diameter is 14 centimeter and the height is 20 centimeter. The company placed a label around the surface of the container as shown in the figure. So this is one is the label written powder milk. Okay, if the label is placed 2 centimeter from the top and the bottom, what is the area of the label? So the diameter of the cylindrical tank is given. So okay, that will be the diameter for this label also. Okay, but the height of the cylinder is given, which is 20 centimeter, and this label is placed 20 centimeter, leaving the space of 20 centimeter on the top and the 2 centimeter at the bottom. So total 2 centimeter 2 centimeter is 4. That means the height of this label will be 16 centimeter. Okay, so by using this measurement we can calculate the area of the label. So let's write answer number 10. We have the diameter of container is 14 centimeter. So the radius of container is equals to 14 divided by 2, that will be 7 centimeter. Okay, and height of the cylinder and height of not cylinder, we use container is given as 20 centimeter. Okay, but the label is placed 20 centimeter, leaving a space of 2 centimeter above and the bottom. So the height of the label will be, so right, since the label is placed, the label is placed 2 centimeter from top and bottom, therefore height of label will be 16 centimeter. Okay, leaving 2 centimeter from the both end. So radius of this label will be 7 centimeter and height of the label will be 16 centimeter. So by using this we can find out the area of the label. Okay, that is the curved surface area of the cylinder. So we'll write now the area of label will be equals to the curved surface area of the cylinder, that is 2 pi r h. So let's insert the value. We have 2, pi is 22 by 7, r is 7 and h is 16. So these two 7s will be cancelled out. So we are left with this 2 into 22 is 44 and into 16. The unit here will be centimeter square. Okay, 16 into 4 is 64, will give us 4 and 6 will be carry, and then 16 into 4 will be again 64, that is 70 centimeter square. So that is the area of the label. Hence the area of label is 704 centimeter square. Okay, so that's the answer of the question number 10 of exercise 11.3. With this we have completed all the questions of exercise 11.3. Now we have to practice all these questions multiple times so that you understand them better. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks for joining here everyone. Thank you.